Good morning, friends, and welcome to another morning of Morning Mindset Movement. So, I want to talk today about pictures. They are often taken for granted, and what I mean by that is there are a lot of people out there who do a really wonderful job of taking pictures of their friends, their family, loved ones. A lot of people really know how to take pictures of their pets. But you don't stop to take pictures of yourself. I have really appreciated every single picture that I've looked back on, whether it be of myself or of my children or my family. I've never regretted a single one, and I can't tell you how much I love the fact that technology has allowed me to transfer my photos every time my phone gets full. That's one of the best things about technology nowadays, is that I can transfer photos and videos, and I can just take pictures and videos of whatever I want, whenever I want. And then I get to take pictures of myself. And that may sound vain, that may be a bit much for some people, but honestly, what it is an opportunity for you to look back at where you were in your life, how you were feeling in that moment, and there's so much that comes back to you whenever you see a photo. For example, my mom has had her bakery now for 16 years, and there is not a single picture that I don't look back on of a cake, or wedding cake specifically, that I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember what happened that day. I remember where we delivered that cake, and just all of the emotions and the feelings that are connected with it. And for me specifically, I'm going to be a little bit honest here. I've struggled with my self-esteem, my weight, and just my overall self-value mentally. I've struggled with that for a lot of my life. And going through life, there were a lot of times that I'm like, please don't take any pictures of me. I don't need any pictures. And to really divert attention from me, I take pictures of others. I take pictures of the other people in my life. And the thing about that is, when I look back, I'm not a part of those memories. I can't say that I was actually there. I know in my heart that I was there. But having that recollection, going through the photos and looking at everyone together, that doesn't exist. I tell my daughter all the time, please let me take a picture. I would love to look back, and you love it when you look back and see photos of when you were a baby, right? When you were little, and you had so much fun and you enjoy it so much now. If you don't let me take a picture now, when you turn 10 or when you turn 12 or 15, I don't get to look back at this moment in life to say, hey, we did this and we just stopped really quickly to take a snapshot. And it's in those moments that I really, when the children are with their grandparents, I get to look back and I'm like, oh my goodness, my babies. And I really do that. I lay down in my bed and I just look at photos of them, of even a few months ago, a couple of years ago. That's not that long, but it makes such a big difference. All of the things that happened in a year, in a few months, all of the little memories that I captured that come back to me, that it's just, I appreciate it so much. So I want to remind you today to take that photo, take a picture, and treasure this moment that you're in. Treasure who you are and where you're at. If you're not happy, what can you do to change it? What can you do today to make that change? I really implore you to do that, even if you are struggling with the way that you look or your self-worth, because from what I have always felt, and what I've struggled with within myself, especially for women dealing with weight issues, it's such a common thing. If I don't enjoy myself today and I gain another 10 or 20 pounds or whatever it looks like in the future, I'm going to look back at myself today and say, wow, she looked great. But beyond that, if you can't embrace who you are today, you'll never truly value who you are tomorrow. And even more than that, you can't really value the people around you if you don't understand your self-worth and if you can't embrace and love yourself. I really feel like pictures help you to remind you where you were in a moment, how those transitions have taken place. And I was told something that was actually, I found really meaningful. And someone said, this was back when I was in California with my cousins, and someone said, you know, every single day it seems like you're doing the same thing and there's very minimal changes. But if you look back from a year ago, wow, you were such a different person in terms of you've grown up or you've really progressed in life, things like that. Or even if you've regressed in life, that happens. And that's okay. Accept that. Make the changes that you need to and move forward in a way that's better for you in that moment. Anyway, so I just want to remind you guys, take the pictures, capture those moments, value this time and this day. Look back in the future and really embrace where you were, what you were doing, and how you were enjoying life. Even if you weren't enjoying life, you can look back and say, I've really come a long way, or that was a struggle, but I made it. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are on the replay, please tell me, say hello, and I hope you enjoyed this quick little morning mindset movement. I will see you again tomorrow.